Before letting a doctor prescribe you antidepressants for your anxiety, here are three of the things that have worked the best for me. And number three has helped the most. Number one, cold exposure. When you're starting to get anxious, grabbing something cold like an ice pack and putting it on your wrist or on your neck, it'll disrupt your body's panic response and kind of throw it off track a bit. It's almost like you're listening to your favorite song, someone starts singing another melody, and then you struggle to keep track of your song. It's disrupting the pattern. Cold exposure does the same kind of pattern disruption, but for your body. Does that make sense? Number two is reframing the situation. Some of the times I've had the worst anxiety in my life was because I started to feel my heartbeat and was focusing on every small detail that felt wrong. But if you change that, if you start to become aware of what you're feeling, like, hey, I'm feeling these things in my body, I'm feeling shaky, my heart's pounding, and then you reframe it actually as being energized, then you change the story. Then you can change the actual meaning, the interpretation of those feelings. Because fear and excitement has the same response in your body. So when you start feeling anxious, use it as energy. Stand up, move your body around. Use that energy to fuel a more positive state rather than trying to contain it. And number three, like I said, this is the one that has been the most impactful in my life and has helped me the most. It's been written about in a ton of books. And it's a concept that goes back thousands of years in yoga. It's the idea of letting go rather than fighting against your anxiety. Now, this is the scariest one because you feel like, oh no, if I stop fighting against my anxiety, it's just going to take over and I'm going to feel anxious all the time. But the opposite is actually true. As Sadhguru said, what you try to avoid becomes the basis of your consciousness. The more we fight against our anxiety, the more it actually sticks with us. But if we turn to the feelings of anxiety, acknowledge how we're feeling and simply let the feelings pass without identifying with them, without grabbing onto them, without engaging so deeply and getting lost in them, that's when anxiety stops fighting back. These are the three things that have helped my anxiety the most, and I hope they help you as well.